What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Westerbros podcast. We're back right now for season 2 of Stranger Things.
Let's go. Let's get back into it.
Boom. Done. All right, we just watched episode, what is it? 5?
5.
That was episode 5.
Yeah, definitely not filler, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that went hard.
That shit was dope.
Hard in the paint.
That
was
went
dope.
hard in the paint. Yeah, Bobby the Brain might be okay.
Yeah.
Bobby the Brain
I
might
hate to
be
say
okay.
it. I
And
think-
we might have a special guest to talk to. We're going to see if I can get him on the line right now, if it's possible, if he'll pick up for me. Hello, Mr. Reiser.
What are you bothering me? Aren't you busy watching television?
I am. We watched about 5 hours straight.
Thank God you guys have no fucking jobs.
We're not.
It's so important for the youth of America to see what becomes of people.
I know. Listen, we're not out solving mysteries. What happens to these kids when they become adults?
Oh, I see. So you're working. It's a research project.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all research.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank God.
So,
Thank God.
so right now,
I don't even remember what happens. Oh, can I hang on 1 second?
okay. So I'm going to mute Paul right now. So
Yeah.
right now we're on the phone
Let's
with Paul
explain
Reiser. He plays Dr. Owens on the show. He was also the executive producer of a show that is coming out that I'm on Hulu called There's Johnny.
Yes.
And he's been nice enough to pick up and let us talk. And Marco's IMDbing him currently. You trying to come with the hard-ass questions. I think Paul's got us on hold. But
you told me that you didn't think he was going to be on, so I didn't do my.
well,
my
I didn't know
research.
for sure. You know what I mean? This guy's got a lot of things. He's promoting the biggest show on television right now, and he took a little time to have a phone call with 4 assholes. So that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
That is pretty
Even though
cool.
we're on hold right now. Paul, let's go! Hurry it up! So thoughts while we're on hold. What do you think?
So I thought that episode was great.
Hot fire.
Hot fire, right? I thought they were just kind of move the chessboard, get people in line for like the next part of the story, and they just like jumped into it.
Boom.
The 11 and her mom thing was crazy.
That's a big deal in the overall show.
So
yeah.
how is Eleven's mom able to like show her what had happened through history, but not able to communicate with her?
They fried her brain.
Telekinetically.
But her brain is there enough to take her through her memories, just not there enough to communicate anything
So
besides
she
that?
was controlling the lights, so I think she may have
She's
a little
got some
power
ability.
herself,
Yeah,
right?
she's got some
But they
ability.
fried her brain, so she can actually communicate, but she still has some power.
So it's just
It's
like,
on like
yo,
a sub-level.
check this out, check what happened,
Yes.
so you know the story. I didn't abandon you. I tried my hardest to get to you. Boom.
So 11 knows her backstory.
All right, so now 11 knows where it is. Now she's heated. Now she wants revenge on the CIA. I got a feeling the CIA ain't all bad. I'm actually pro-CIA.
When you say CIA, you're talking about the Hawkins laboratory people.
Sorry,
right?
Hawkins Lab.
You think
that what they
Reiser's
are?
good?
I think Reiser's good, and I'm not positive, but I think he's good because I'm kind of with him, and we'll talk about it with him when he comes back. Hey,
Let's talk about that.
hey, it's
No
all
worries.
good. We're just talking about you, Paul, or your character, Dr. Owens. We're not done yet. We just watched episode 5, but that's the episode where you go. I basically send the people to the, what are they called? The tunnels?
Underground tunnels?
The underground tunnels. Right?
Vines.
Yeah, but okay. I don't remember.
I don't think, 'cause I don't even know if he's in that scene.
No, he's not. You're not in the
You
scene.
know what? It was a year ago. Something about a tunnel. It sounds familiar. I'm sure it's true.
We're lying to you.
Were you such a big fan of the show before?
Huge fan. Well, actually, no. Sorry, I didn't watch it only because you're on it. I'm a huge fan of you only.
Did you watch the first season?
No, I'm just joking. I love the show. I think it's brilliant. A big fan of the show. And so this podcast we're doing, we reviewed Game of Thrones. We watch it. We do a couple things. We try to do like nerd stuff because we're just a bunch of douchebags.
Now you're scaring me. So this is something you do all the time.
Yeah.
It's a special thing.
Well, now it's special because you're on it.
I understand, but just so I understand the lay of the land, are you bothering Peter Dinklage at all?
Yes, Dinklage is actually under the table right now.
Okay, good.
So, hey, Paul, I have a question. Did you ad-lib the line, I'm a fan of mounds personally, when you were...
I ad-libbed anything, but go ahead. What line?
there's a line where they're talking about what candies the kid likes, and the kid goes, "Oh, I like Reese's Pieces," and you're like, "I'm a Mounds guy myself."
That was in the script.
No.
That was in the script.
Oh, it felt like classic Reiser.
I did ad-lib the line. I don't know if they kept it. I did ad-lib the lines like, man, my balls hurt today.
Yeah, they kept that. They definitely kept that.
Oh, my
That-
God, because
yeah.
it really fleshes out the character. I
Yeah,
felt.
yeah.
They
yeah.
used that for the tagline for the whole season.
Exactly. Yeah. There's a scene with just you and 11, and you're like, "Man, my balls hurt today." It's a pretty powerful
I
scene.
said it private. No, I didn't say it in front of the kids because that would be foul. But because, just to put it out there to humanize the doctor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. Yes, you're very.
They may have jettisoned that line.
Yeah, they might have.
Hang on a second. I got to take another call. I'm busy driving. Hold on.
Okay, do your thing, man. We're we're happy to have you. So, okay, I'll put them on. Yeah. So, what were we talking about? Yeah, I think they might be good. I think Brenner was bad with the experiments.
So when
I
he
think-
was
yeah.
explaining to Nancy and what's the other kid's name? What's the other Wheeler name? Jay? Brett?
John.
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 Right, when he's explaining to Nancy and John,
I'm 100% on board with his whole explanation.
right? He's just like, listen, we have to protect all this because if this information gets
If this gets in the wrong hands,
it's a national security
yes,
issue.
it is.
So,
Give some context to that.
right? So they break in, right? They don't break in. They have a whole ruse. Schultz is right. Whole ruse. They get into the lab.
No. I'm saying context what he's talking about. So what he's saying, like, clearly,
He said
clearly
they
there's
made a mistake,
dangerous
right?
force.
This portal that they opened up, it's a mistake. that
And
the
he said that the
laboratory
last
made.
people that were there
They're
were
trying to
mistake.
cover up
Right.
for Brenner, is what you're saying.
Well, no, they're basically
Like.
Well, it's not because they care about Brenner, but they understand that
The damage that
if
was done.
this gets out there in the open, right, it is
Right.
actually more damaging.
he
So the
said-
best way to contain this is if nobody knows.
Right.
And the cop, on some level, understands, right? Like, let's just say that America is looking at every one of our text messages and our emails, right?
Let's
And
just say theoretically as
some
if that's
people
not
believe
happening.
they do, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's actually I'm okay with that as long as you just pick out the bad guys. I don't want too much freedom. And I think that they're basically going, listen, we fucked up. There's a portal. It's bad.
So you're
But
saying
if-
they're like the NSA, basically.
they're the NSA. If Russians find out about the portal, they'll do everything they can to get things to come through the portal and then end America. Let's
So
not
who is
do it.
Snowden in this case? Do we have a Snowden?
Snowden is the guy that they were just at his house drinking fucking
Okay.
White Russians.
Yeah. Fair enough.
You know. Anyway, so I don't think yet that Paul Reiser is essentially bad because he was surprised by
Yeah.
the smoke going up in the vines.
There was a little bit though. There was like the side of him that is doing the therapy, and then there was the side where he has the stress ball, and he's like really looking at the. I don't know. There's a little something there.
It could be.
There's something there.
Yeah.
What do you think, Marco?
I don't really have.
That's fine.
Good talk.
So-
Okay.
Good talk. Good talk.
Okay, the weed is kicking in. The pen is there. The meatballs and pen have taken over. All
The
right.
garlic has.
I like
Haney,
that-
go.
I like what you just said. Like, there is something else there. You do think he could be good, but he's working with this agency from the first season. You know they were bad, right? We just saw the flashback of Eleven's mom, and Matthew Modine was straight asshole. Wasn't character's
That's
name
Brenner.
right? Straight asshole.
Yep.
Didn't see him do
Yeah.
mad
Full
antics,
asshole.
right?
We just
Yes.
saw that in this
He
episode.
could be
yeah.
coming in to fix the problem, to just cover it up, to do the right thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's also a little something that tells you like you're not fully convinced about it yet, right?
Mhm.
I'm curious to see how the rest of the season goes. Is he actually, corrupt? Is he bad? We'll see. I don't know. After hearing him talk right now, this guy's the
He's a
best
good
guy
guy.
on
There's
earth.
no
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
This guy's all good in my book.
There's no way that the dynamic has now become though that everyone's working towards the same goal. There has to be some
Right,
type
that's
of
what I'm
conflict
saying. I think-
between
I think
the
there's a
parties
little-
involved.
There's a little something going on.
And what do you think the conflict is? Hot take,
No,
guys?
I think they have another agenda.
Right. So
Still,
what is
I
their
don't know what
is
the
their
other
agenda?
agenda is yet.
I mean,
Listen,
look,
they're
so
still
there's a
spying on
reason that they
people.
got- Do we
Here-
know-
here's a thought. Here's a thought, right? Just because they're on the same side doesn't mean they want the same information out, right?
Right.
So the side could be, right? They both don't want these vines to spread. That being said, one group wants the world to know that they're vines. The other group is like, yo, don't tell the world that they're vines. So we're willing to kill you to keep shit quiet.
And maybe they want to learn how to maybe use this for some sort of advantage.
Yeah, they're like, yo, this is some powerful shit here.
Right.
We want to take out the Russians.
Right.
So we got to learn about vines.
Right. Exactly.
So, but the kids are talking to that weird journalist guy in the robe that they were drinking vodka with, and they're like, yo, let's expose this to everybody. And the CIA's got to be like, well, now you guys got to die because you're ruining our Vine plan.
Is there a season 3 planned?
Yeah, they said Duffer Brothers said that they're going to do 4 seasons total.
Okay.
Oh, so we are Gucci.
So there's got
Yeah. I don't know. I agree. I don't think there's enough conflict there. I think there's got to be something else going on.
It's okay, baby. We're trying to figure out if you're good or bad. We're not sure yet. Don't tell us, but we're trying to figure it out.
I love that you think I remember.
Yo, so what happened? I heard when you were on Conan, you tried to throw to a clip of There's Johnny, and then they didn't have it.
Yeah, there was a clip featuring you, and America rejected it. I was surprised. Believe me, I was surprised.
Yeah, you would think that they would love it, but in reality, no, huh?
No, and the reality was we had a clip, and Hulu gave us a clip. I'm driving right now. I'm driving near a school, so I must pay attention to not hit youngsters.
That's true.
We had a clip, but apparently the producer of Conan decided they didn't want to show 2 clips, and they'd already showed Stranger Things, so we didn't get to air. But we'll get other clips elsewhere.
Beautiful. I think it actually makes them more interested, the fact that they're not showing it.
Yeah.
I just did an NPR radio show, and he played an audio clip. I went, you know what? It's funny even on radio.
See?
So worst comes to worst, we'll be a radio show.
I think that's the best way to do it. Let's just go back in time.
When does it come out?
Yeah, much cheaper to shoot, too.
When is it? Yeah, to shoot the radio. When is it coming out, Paul? November what?
November 16th. Thank goodness you're up on this.
Yeah.
November 16th.
Okay. All right. Now back to Stranger Things before we let you go.
Okay.
Okay. This is. I don't know if we should ask the theory about Billy. Because I don't know if you've interacted. Yeah, you probably
has no idea
interacted.
who he is.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Any last questions, guys, before we gotta let Paul go? Everybody's
Wow,
tongue-tied.
God.
Everybody's nervous.
What an inquisitive group.
So how long? Like how many?
And then we don't have questions.
Okay, we got one more.
Ask him how many
We
days
got
he,
one.
like, filmed.
Go at.
He
Yeah.
can hear through it.
Yeah.
How many days did you film while you were there? Like, are you just there for 1 week, do all your things, and bounce, and you don't know anything else with?
They would do 2 episodes. They would block shoot 2 episodes at a time, and that would be like 4 or 5 weeks. So like, whatever. From like first week of January to the second week of February, they would knock out 2 episodes. And in there, I would fly in to Atlanta like hopefully once, but probably twice. And I usually like 2 days at a time. There was one. They were very helpful, and they moved things around a little bit. And there was one point where I went away, and they knew I was coming out to LA to shoot There's Johnny. We shot all 7 episodes of There's Johnny. I went back, and they were still in the same 2 episodes.
Wow.
They said, how's your other show going? I said, did you start? I said, we finished.
It's done.
Wow.
We shot a season while they still shot the same 2 episodes.
That's
So
crazy.
As you can see, it's a very big scale production they have there.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a whole nother level.
that's intense.
Yeah,
Hello.
God bless that you're watching.
Yeah, man.
And
Well, Paul, I have a question. What does it feel like to be on the biggest show in the world again?
Huh.
There's Johnny, you mean?
Yeah, there's I mean, technically you're not in that show, Paul. Sorry to break it to you,
I'm not in it.
but
I'm not on it. You're absolutely right.
yeah.
You know what? It feels exactly like it felt yesterday. I'm in my car talking to annoying people. Oh, man, I'm going to run.
Thank you so
thank you
much,
so much,
Paul.
Paul.
I appreciate you, brother. Bye bye.
That's
Just the
great.
coolest.
What a guy.
Just
he's
the
a good
coolest, man.
What a great guy.
Honestly, most down to earth 100 millionaire that I've ever met in my entire life.
How many 100 millionaires is that? Is that
500.
5?
I mean, something.
You met
stupid.
500?
Have I met or?
I'm saying how many
He's
people
saying how many
have
other-
that
how many
net
other
worth
100 millionaires do you know?
have met?
Oh, have I met?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good question. Put it this way: the most down to earth of any millionaire I've
Okay,
met,
fair.
and he's got way more
Millions.
than anybody. Yeah, and he was funny. He was like busting balls on the phone, but like in very humble guy, like in person. It's just wild. I don't understand how you maintain that. You know what it is? I think he got married before he was famous.
Oh, so he wasn't like having crazy nights.
No
cocaine.
Weinstein stories
Well,
with.
Oh, not Weinstein, but maybe like.
How
what's the-
old was he when? I mean, he was older. Like he played an adult on Mad About You, right?
Right.
So he's older, and there's like
No, but-
if the older you are when you get famous,
Yep.
the better the chance that you're going to be a normal human
Yeah,
being.
Because
absolutely.
you've got more time being normal in your
Right?
life.
Yes.
That's a great point. Though I think he was younger when he was probably in some movies and that kind of stuff. When he
Yeah,
started
yeah.
to
Yeah, like,
Field of
you're not-
Fame and like just being as a stand-up because he
Right.
was doing
He
Carson
started
as a
stand-up
stand-up.
young. Yeah,
and
yeah.
he was doing.
Or even just when you get money. Like the older you are when you get money, the better you're going to be.
Sure.
If you're 20-year-old, if you're a 20-year-old with money, like you're going to do wild shit. Like
I think
we all
money
would.
just exposes who you really are.
Right.
Well,
So if
it
you're
just
really-
magnifies
yeah,
all your flaws.
magnifies
Fame
it.
and money magnify.
So if
all.
you're or it magnifies, I think it magnifies who you are. If you're a really sweet person, you get some money, you're going to be really sweet.
Absolutely.
If you're an asshole, you get some money, you're going to be a huge asshole. But I think there is something to like being married before you go through it all because if you're like in a marriage still,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's because you don't get caught up in the ego of just banging tons of chicks.
Mhm.
And that shit can get to your ego.
How
You
old
can
was
get
he when
lost.
he got married?
I think he's young, dude. I think it was before all of it.
All right, he was 27 when he was in Beverly Hills Cop. That was like his first breakthrough role.
So think about that. Yeah, it might even been before that. I don't
He
know.
might- I mean, you could have been running around with Eddie in '84.
Just running through things.
I wish I would have known that because I would have asked that. Like, do you have an Eddie Murphy? Like, did you?
What's your Eddie
Have
story?
you ever hung out with Eddie Murphy
Yeah.
offset?
Yeah.
And if he says yes, and you just know that, like, all right, you don't have to say anything else.
Yeah.
I assume.
No, I'm telling you, he didn't get into all this. I've asked him on the thing.
Yeah.
From I heard, just like a good dude. And in a weird way, it makes me almost go like, man, like, you could focus so much more on your career if you just got wifey and kids out the way.
Yeah, if you don't
Yeah,
have to
for
worry
sure.
about the pussy. Yeah.
You're not
Oh,
distracted by
Not
pussy.
nearly as much fun.
Who says
Nah.
we need to have fun? We gotta be
You're so
successful
full of
out here,
shit.
bro.
No, dude,
we
you're
gotta
so-
be successful.
you're
I
so
ran
full of
through
shit.
my shit. Okay?
No, you're so full of
I
shit.
had my little single days. I'm ready to settle down and be
What?
100 millionaire, dog.
Yo, if something happens where you like really pop in the next 12 months, like,
Yep.
you are not gonna get settled down.
Son, I've already. Who
Don't say,
else I'm
don't
gonna
say
sleep
you've
with?
already settled down.
No, I'm not always settled down, but I've already slept with like the girl. I'm gonna keep it real with you, and I'm saying this on the podcast. Like, I'm not gonna sleep with other girls. Like I've,
No, but like you could you could sleep with like pop stars.
but they're not that hot.
I know, but it's like a
No,
high
no,
school
no.
thing.
It's a TV shit where you're like, oh, I've seen that person on TV, so I want to do it because they're on
Yeah.
TV. But like at the end of the day, you're just like, oh, you're kind of regular looking.
Just a resume builder.
These waitresses are hotter.
Just a resume builder.
I'm
I say that all the time.
These waitresses are hotter than these pop stars.
Listen,
and I'm
I
telling
tell-
you,
In New York,
I'm
yeah.
sleeping
Listen, I tell
with
Marco-
girls that these actors and shit sleep with already. So and I look at this situation, I'm like, well, all right, I might as well focus on my career because it's not like I have to climb the pussy ladder anymore in that way.
I don't
I'm
buy
telling
this.
you,
I
man.
don't
I'm
buy
telling
this.
you.
Listen,
It's hard enough
you
climbing
single guys-
the career ladder than the pussy ladder.
Exactly, and that's what I want anyway. I never chased
You
the
can have
career
both,
for
though.
pussy.
You can have both. You're assuming that you have to.
Yeah, but a lot of
sacrifice
times the
one.
people who have both, they don't end up in the same place.
You got to work, man.
Yeah.
This shit takes so much work, bro. Think about it. You chasing pussy all the time, Marco? No.
No, he's
Oh,
lazy
Lord.
as hell.
You're
Yeah,
lazy because you're out here working that real estate hustle. And
Right,
buying
but that's not
sneakers.
what I'm saying.
And earning this watch.
But like,
he's wearing.
You got a nice watch?
it's like all right.
It's pretty
It's
nice.
all right,
You
what?
know, it's a little something. Listen. But like, if I got famous tomorrow,
Yes.
right?
You would go through a phase
I go
of
through
doing
I go through a
reckless
phase
shit.
of doing reckless
For
shit.
sure.
Yeah, because you
I'd be doing donuts on the
we-
highway
because you
in a
haven't worn the
Lamborghini
cape yet.
with a bag full of coke,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
3 pros in the car.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Chris Rock said.
You know
about
what
the
I'm
Kevin
saying?
Hart thing.
What do you say?
That something about if you don't know you have superpowers and you find out suddenly you have superpowers, aka being
gonna
famous,
go
you're gonna go and use
use
the
those
superpowers.
But then once you're done with the superpowers, it's like, all right. You
And then
think
you're
you
like-
think Spider-Man just goes? And
No,
like
with great
swings
power comes
from-
great responsibility, bro.
Exactly.
You don't
So
learn that
back
though
off.
until after you get the great powers.
Look, I'm with it. You got to flex. You can't flex for your whole life, B.
No, yeah, I hear
You
that.
can't flex for your whole life.
Nope. But I can flex for a little while.
And sometimes flexing might be like you don't have to wait online at the restaurant. Like people
What
flex in
restaurant do
different
you go to?
ways.
This is the what, you go to Copacabana? Like, you
Hell
don't wait
yeah,
online
bro.
anymore at the fucking
Come
restaurant.
on now, Cheesecake Factory. Don't
Okay.
give me that little electronic shit. I just show up. I go. I need table for
The head,
4.
you're the head of the line at Shake Shack, right here,
Boom.
Mr.
If-
Schultz.
Oh, dude,
right
that's
to
it.
the front.
If you hit me with a Mr. Schultz at Shake Shack,
Yeah, that's true.
and I just
That's a
get
come up.
everything, we don't even have to go
Yeah.
make the order at the counter. We just sit down. They bring it to us.
That's a come up.
That's making it, dog.
Oh yeah, it's true. You're right.
Fair.
All right.
I'll settle for that.
If
I'll
I
settle
get-
for that.
If I get mozzarella sticks delivered, and they're still oozy in the middle
Yeah.
from wherever the fuck we ordered from, the Parm,
that.
Yeah.
that's not making it. What
You're
else
right.
you need?
British chick with an overbite.
He just wants Cersei. He's going after Cersei.
So you want Cersei?
We just been through this. You know, it's my thing.
I know that's your thing. All right,
You know?
get it.
So
Hey.
speaking of weird jaws, this girl, right?
Who? Which
Anna.
girl?
You call her Anna.
That's not a weird jaw.
Nancy.
That's a heart-shaped jaw. That's the Reese Witherspoon jaw. That's a thing.
That is not the Reese Witherspoon jaw.
That is. That's how that works.
No.
That is like a gymnast jaw. Like that thing is like.
No,
Dude,
that's a
Rick,
bulimic
it's-
jaw.
No,
that's
it's-
what that is.
It's a heart shape.
No, there's been a lot of this. That's
Is
what
she
that
good
is.
looking?
Yeah, I'm attracted to it.
Okay, from the net.
Yo, her
Listen,
profile when she was standing
we
up
all agree
was not
Her
great.
body is awful. Listen, girls, eat a meal. That extra skinny thing is not good, right?
Doesn't
Eat a-
Yo,
work.
don't skinny shame people.
Okay, I fat shame myself. I
No.
can skinny shame.
First
First
skinny
of all,
people.
Yeah, hey, there you
go
go.
first
fuck
of all,
yourself.
we are health shaming. We believe
She might be.
In a healthy lifestyle.
Okay,
and
healthy
bulimia is
lifestyle.
not healthy.
We just
Do you
ate
think she has a pretty
1,000
face?
calories
you say
of
yes.
bread.
Do you think she has a pretty face?
Yeah, but I don't think she's. I wouldn't label her as really hot because of the skinny factor.
Okay.
I'm into a little bit
Just the
curvier.
face.
I
I'm
feel
talking
bad
just the
about shaming the characters after we had Paul on the show, but we have to keep it honest. I personally am not that attracted. That being said,
More for me.
yeah, that's more for you.
I'm
People
fine
like
with that.
different things. I like a little bit more like a fuller body, like
Same.
Billy.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Billy the
Billy's
Gay.
nice
Billy's
and
fucking
strong. Billy the Gay.
Thicker than a Snicker.
Oh, he is super. Thicker than a musketeer.
He's got that nougat.
Got that nougat. Okay, but what was the point you were making?
No, I just want to have a conversation.
No, but I don't
You just
understand.
wanted
Where
to
are you going
shame
with
the
the
skinny
jaw?
girl?
The jaw. You were saying you were taking it somewhere with the jaw.
Just you talk about once you said the overbite thing, her face and her jaw. Because I stare at her jaw when she's on the screen.
You can't
I just-
stop looking
I
at
can't
her.
stop looking at her jaw.
Yeah.
It's a fucking strong jaw, like a pit bull jaw. Just she's been dragging tires.
She's
her
like a
whole
pit
life.
bull on a greyhound.
Like, it's crazy. It's a feature that I feel like is polarizing. You either are attracted to it, like yourself,
Yeah.
or not attracted to it.
Well, what you need to do is have
whatever,
something that
man.
you look at, right? Like there are people that you can't stop looking at for some reason, and she's one of them. So that's good for TV,
It's a good face. It's a good face.
All right, Marco, we get it. You like it, okay? We understand it. What's her Twitter?
I don't know. I'm not on that.
Oh,
At heart-shaped jaw.
At heart-shaped jaw.
Whatever.
and
guys.
you said she's dating John in real life.
His name's Heaton. Something Heaton.
Okay.
I thought it was Charlie.
Charlie Heaton.
We were supposed to be able to talk to him too. Let me talk to my agent about it.
No,
We-
no,
I'm not
not
prepared to
Steve.
talk to him.
She's dating
Steve.
No,
Not the
we're talking about
Domino's
the guy who
kid.
you called the
dating
Asian
John
white guy.
Byers,
The weird guy.
the weird guy, who she's
Will's
like,
brother. Will
Will's
Byers' brother.
She's dating him in
In
real
real
life.
life.
That's what he said.
IRL.
Okay. All right, fine. I'm with it. Dude, Paul killed in that conversation.
Yeah, it was great. It was awesome.
Every
that we get him.
response, laugh.
I know.
Huge. Beast. Okay.
Good.
I'm so bad at talking to famous people.
Yeah,
though.
you got
It's
real
I
nervous.
literally went. I was
like
waiting for the question that Marco seemed to be living his whole life to ask, and
I
I turned
got-
and he just goes like, "Do you see him?" He
I
didn't
got-
even.
I got
He
super
didn't even want to say anything. He just looked at me and went like this.
So you know the first time I saw a famous person,
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. And you know who it was? I was 18 years old. I was
Yeah.
in New York City. It
Yeah.
was Matt Penfield.
Ex-MTV
And I
VM.
was like, oh shit,
DJ.
Matt Penfield. I was like, yo, I don't even like heavy metal. Why do I care about this guy?
Headbanger's ball.
No, I was like, what? I was so ashamed of myself.
This is crazy to me. You fought ISIS, and you're afraid to ask Paul Reiser a question.
About one of your favorite. Isn't that
Well,
one
I
of your
mean, I didn't realize it was on My Two Dads. That one kind of caught me off guard.
That's what puts you over the edge. With
A lot
the
of people came
nervousness.
through. Giovanni Ribisi was on My Two Dads. Like there could have been stories.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was gonna ask him how much cocaine he was doing on My Two Dads.
Yeah,
but
it's good you-
Apparently,
it's good
he
you didn't ask
It's
that.
good I didn't ask that.
Yeah.
He was like a
Get
real
him on the
guy.
phone to ask him how retroactively
Just
how much
hangs up
cocaine he was doing.
immediately,
Yeah.
cancels. There's Johnny.
Or we just hear the
Thanks.
car crash
Appreciate
'cause
that.
I
he's,
just
like, so
always
grown up.
assumed that if you were an
Like,
actor, if you were an
Paul, you
actor,
still there?
if you were an actor in the '80s, you were doing wild amounts of cocaine.
That's a
Hey,
fair
that's
assumption.
a blanket
And
statement,
you can't
though.
Judge. No,
I'm
but I feel
painting
like
with a
you
wide
can't
brush. I
judge.
get it.
And I feel like you can't judge the people who are doing it because like that's just what it was.
Who
It's a
said
different
I'm judging?
time,
Who
but at the
said I'm
same time,
judging
we
it?
can't assume that everybody was doing it,
Look.
especially the
you
gentleman who
can't
just
assume.
called in and.
Especially the guy who played like the wholesome husband on a Smash TV show that earned him 9 figures.
Like Bob Saget.
Exactly.
Well, no, Bob Saget
Bob
was
Saget's
definitely
doing
doing
drugs,
mad
though.
coke. We know that.
First of all, Bob Stat is still doing cocaine.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Can you get Bob
In
Saget?
fact,
on
he's
the phone?
probably
I'm
doing.
gonna call Bob
He's probably
Saget
doing
right
more
now.
so now.
I'd
than
rather
he's
get
ever
Bob
done.
I'm gonna
Saget.
call my coke dealer. He'll be there at the house.
Get Bob
Hey,
Saget.
put Bob on the phone.
We're going to One Oak tonight.
All right. Anything else with the app? Did we even
Yeah.
discuss the app?
I'm not gonna
Shit
lie.
went off.
I fell asleep for like 2 minutes.
Yo, soft.
Wow.
Yeah, I gotta come clean. I'm actually recovering still right now. I'm a little out of it.
It was
but,
all your
we can go
spicy
get you some.
rigatoni, bro.
I think the rigatoni might have put it over the edge for me, but I fell asleep right during the sequence where 11 was going through her mom's brain,
Okay.
and I didn't quite know what was going on. And then
Yeah.
when you yelled out "rainbow drop top," I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I know where we're at."
Really?
Yeah,
All right. Well, we
So-
gotta keep your ass awake. This is fucked
yeah.
up.
No, I'm good now. But
Anything?
No,
I think we got it.
talked
Let's
a little
keep
bit
moving.
All right.
Okay, we back. Crazy episode. That was episode 1. Hot. 6.
6, yeah.
Hot. 6 was fire. 6 was fire. 5 hot. 6 really came through.
We're getting into the home stretch.
I'm excited. Mike is a snitch. Mike is a double agent. Mike is working for the other side. He's working for the Dermagorgons. And Mike is responsible for the death of like 10 humans.
Will.
My
Will.
bad, Will. The
I was
other
like-
porcelain.
I was like, wait, what did
the
I
other
miss?
porcelain prince.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo,
Will,
but
my bad.
I am 0 for what 4 on theories right now. I'm done theorizing.
Yeah. You just
Yeah.
got to watch.
I'm
from
done.
now on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
No
can
more hot
confirm.
takes from
We can
Jack.
confirm
more-
that the Demigorgon is bad.
Bad demigod.
Well, we
It's
haven't.
not
We
even
still don't know.
bad.
Wait.
He's true to his nature. It's not even fair
Up
to
in the
call
air.
him
But
bad.
we still don't
Up
know.
in the air.
Now we got a
It's not
bunch
up
of
in
them,
the
so
air.
we don't know which one is
I
which.
promise you that Demogorgon is
gonna
going to
come
save
back.
Dustin.
That's what I'm saying.
At
That's what-
some
I'm still
point,
holding out for
it's
that.
going to save Dustin. Jurassic Park.
Keep
The
holding on to
Raptor
it.
philosophy has no.
It's
Yo,
scary.
I would like to
Got
point,
zero
point
weight.
something else out. Finn Wolfhard hasn't been in the show a lot this season.
Who is Finn Wolfhard?
Mike.
Yeah,
She was-
Mike
she
and
was
Will are the
filming
same
it?
guy to me.
Yeah, but like last season was all about Mike, and now it's all about everybody else, which I
Well,
like.
now it's
but,
about
like,
Will.
It's about Will, but it's
Yeah.
also
They're
about
developing the other characters.
Listen,
more.
as long as there's a porcelain prince, I really don't care. Okay.
Prince.
They are-
Sounds like a
and-
Game
and
of
it's
Thrones
fine.
character.
If they're doing 4 seasons, it's good to kind of move the chessboard around.
Yeah,
And
I like
Mike will
that.
get
I'm
his
not
shine
gonna-
again.
Okay, does
complaining.
Dustin have a chance with Red?
oh
No,
yeah,
it's over.
No, it's over.
I think he's still.
Your takes are hot.
Hey, listen, that's what I'm here for.
Sriracha all over
But,
your
like-
takes, boy.
I'm all about that.
Hold
I
on,
want-
guys. Let him explain why.
Yeah,
Why the
wha-
fuck do you think that Dustin has a chance?
'Cause
They
he-
held
he-
hands. There was the
Dustin
love.
still doesn't know how to approach and talk to the girl the right way. He's still throwing shade at her the whole
Yeah,
time.
but Sinclair's making moves. Like he's making headway.
Yeah,
He's
but
playing
they,
the
I mean,
flag.
they held hands. But
Wait, his name is Sinclair?
This is his last name.
Oh,
I mean,
are we
if
going
you-
by last? We being
Sinclair.
formal?
Well, when
Is that
you have
what
the
we're
last
doing?
name Sinclair, you gotta
You gotta
go.
go.
by Sinclair.
Okay,
Lucas.
So, wait, so Lucas
Lucas
is
St. Clair.
Lucas is
Yeah,
hitting
what
on
a
her.
name! What a name!
Strong name.
Great name.
Sounds like a champagne.
Great name. Better than Black Kid or whatever we were calling him for the first 6 episodes. Okay, Lucas.
Just Jack, actually.
Just what?
it was
Just
just
Jack.
him,
Well, I was
yeah.
trying to bring us all in, so he
No.
doesn't feel
Nope.
bad. You don't have to snitch.
All
Jesus.
right, I'm 0 for 7. all right?
Listen,
Yeah.
Westerbros are a team. All right. But in all reality, we have holding hands. We have setting up dramatic scenarios to meet up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
We had teenage sex.
I'm talking about
We-
Lucas
yeah,
and
no,
Red.
no,
we gotta talk about
Yeah.
that though. We gotta
We're
talk
gonna
about
get
that.
back to the
Creeper.
super pedophile, your neighbor, who has a part in the role. How can she see all that, have the hand holding, have the connection upstairs where she opens up about her life, and then go with Dustin?
And then go,
I don't see
Hey,
it.
hey, have we not seen that happen on the show before?
Has it?
It happened with
Anna
and Steve and.
Yeah, but Anna's right back with John. She's right back with Edward Furlong where she
Yeah, but
belongs.
I'm saying at the start of the season she wasn't, so you never know. There could love triangles aren't a foreign thing.
Okay,
in
fair
the
enough.
show.
Fair enough.
I think the
I'll be
redhead.
mad. I'll be mad, and I love Dustin's probably my favorite character on the show at this point.
Yeah.
I'll be mad if she ditches Lucas for Dustin.
It's not meant to be. Dustin's going to realize that he's not into it. He's going to let
but you
Sinclair
know what
have
Dustin's
that.
gotta
and we're gonna
get?
keep it moving.
I think Dustin and Steve.
Listen, unless Dustin comes in with that Farrah Fawcett spray
Hey,
and that quaff
Season
gets
3,
all-
now he knows.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
hold up. That's the look right there. Dustin's going to go balls out.
yo, you saw how
He's going
serious.
to
Looking
do
like
4
Steve.
puffs of the Farrah Fawcett. He's going to have Steve swag to the 9s, and he's going to scoop Red from Lucas. No, he's not going to
No,
scoop Red.
she's not
can't.
that type.
He's
She's
not going to
into
scoop
that.
Red from Lucas, but he'll scoop another girl. He's not going to
Sure.
go girlless.
Oh yeah, maybe not this season, but next season.
Son,
fine.
this season
Yo.
he got to have something. There got to be some hope for him. There's
what I'm
no
saying.
other shorty.
left.
You don't think in 3 episodes he could find another shorty?
No,
in
I'm
school or
concerned of
something?
how they're going to wrap this up in 3 episodes. That's my one concern.
No, there's plenty of time.
Well,
to
the
wrap it
choice
up.
right now is kill Will.
I thought Reiser might have done that in that scene with the flame.
Question: do you think Will's making it out of the season alive?
Let's acknowledge that. That's what we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
So it's like right now you're posed with this: kill Will and save the town, or let the Dermagorgons and these canals and vines keep growing, and then everybody dies. What would you in the situation? I'm killing Will
I
immediately.
would have killed Will.
Kill Will. Volume 1 and 2.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you have to do. But how soon do you think they do it?
Oh, by the end of the
Reiser
season.
got a
No, they're
soft
not going
spot
to
in
do
his
it.
heart.
They're not
Reiser
going
didn't
to
want to
sacrifice a kid.
No,
on
I
Netflix.
don't think Will's making it out of the season
Again.
alive.
I don't think they're gonna kill. I don't think they're gonna kill Will.
But by killing Will, does that kill the spy inside him, or no? Doesn't kill
That's
the
the
spy.
thing. That's what we're talking about. We got to.
kills the spy.
We don't know yet. But I think
I
the
don't know.
assumption is that
No.
it will.
It stops him from being a spy,
Right.
right? So right now there's something inside Will, and Will can manipulate other people,
Will's a
pretending to
Will's
be
a host.
himself.
Will's a
So
host.
he's a host,
Right.
right?
So
in
one
this,
less host.
Exactly. So in this situation, they just said that Will basically lied and lured all these people into one location so they could be eaten by Dermagorgons.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Will killed 10 people.
Yeah.
Led.
It would appear.
It would appear that Will killed 10 people. Not Will, the host, but if you kill Will, now these 10 people
Does
are
it
still
end
alive.
with? Does this somehow end with Will being alive and then him moving to Maine with Rudy? Who? Hey, Bob, my bad, man. You're a good guy.
How are you
You're not
focused?
bad,
How are
Bob.
you focused on Maine right now?
No.
I'm just saying, like, I
So
don't.
they ain't going
I don't
nowhere.
Think they'll kill Will. I don't think they'll kill Will.
I think
Should
they will.
Shouldn't they? Doesn't matter. I don't think Will's gonna die
Right.
this season.
They're not gonna take him to Maine. That's not gonna solve the problem.
I just can't
They've
see.
brought it up twice now.
You take him to Maine, you spread the problem.
Yeah.
I can't see Will continuing on as a character after this season. After all this shit.
He is the connection. I
Yeah,
think
but
he has
for-
to be the source. He's
Every
always
time
the source.
it's just always through him.
Well, maybe it's in Hopper now too.
That's what I'm saying.
So
a
maybe
reason
Hopper
why,
could
yeah.
spread.
They've all crossed. They've all crossed.
Yeah, but
the
Hopper
portal.
got directly
Got the shit in his face.
And he coughed some shit up. Remember, I was
and
like,
they
"What'd
said
he
you're
cough
good.
up?"
And they're like, you good? And he's
No,
like,
no.
I'm all right.
No. Before that, remember he caught when he was first down there
Yeah,
by
but it
Cough
himself?
blood
wasn't
up.
like a slug. It was like liquid.
I thought a slug came out. I thought and then maybe that's what. How many Dermagorgons are we working with right now? We got to try.
4
We
million,
got at least.
apparently.
Listen, I got to get one of these hot takes correct. I'm telling you, Will not making it out of the season alive.
Dude, you are 0 for 11, dude.
I'm hurting, but I'm gonna
Bad.
get one. I'm gonna get one for the win.
Will's not dying. You're not going to kill the kid.
They're not gonna kill.
They're going to risk they're going to go almost kill the kid, and then somebody's going to save the day or something like that. They're going to make that decision where like, okay, fine, we'll kill him, and then 11's going to come with 8, and they're gonna make shit pop off. Okay, let's talk about the pedophile.
All right. So they go visit homeboy.
Yeah.
He's like, come on in.
Mm-hmm.
Within 20 minutes,
Homeboy would be the
the private investigator,
The
guy who
hired
showed up
by
in
Barb's
episode 1.
parents.
Right. With the
Right.
velvet robe and a wife beater.
Right. Within
Mad
20 minutes,
TVs
he's
in his
giving
house.
them Russian vodka, which was weird. They really focused in on the Russian bottle
Yeah.
a lot.
Now,
I
it
mean,
could
isn't
be
and he
vodka-
was talking about Russian spy. I don't know.
Real
Just
quick.
putting that out there. Thought it was weird that the camera lingered on there.
Let's adjust.
Could be
Let's
trickery.
address for that for 1 second. Could be they're trying to say that he's a Russian spy. Could be KFC-esque sponsorship. Stoli
Or it
buys.
could be the director just trying to like give you a little misdirection, have you put in your head, give something, something to talk about.
Sure, but if you go
it's
that
nothing.
much on a brand,
right, There's a
generally
reason.
speaking,
There's a
the
reason.
brand is paying for
Right.
it. That being said, I don't think Stoli would want to be the brand that markets to 17-year-olds getting drunk.
Anyway, true. Good point.
No,
But
yeah,
they
I
don't
think that's
care.
why
I
they
don't
made
think
it
they-
I don't
Russian
think
so
they
that they
care.
don't have
To
to
be
show a
honest-
brand. They made their own brand, and no one can.
They didn't make their own brand. That's a
I mean,
famous
who's
brand.
drinking Stoli?
That Russian one.
Stolichnaya, yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
who's,
that was Stoli.
who's
Yeah.
drinking Stoli? Not like adults. That's
now-
exactly who they're going for.
Well, now, maybe.
Wow.
You weren't drinking Belvedere instead when you were 17. You were drinking Stoli.
There you go.
Were we?
Yeah.
All right. I was drinking Georgia.
Majorca.
Ratchet vodka.
Goldschlager.
Majorca.
I was
I
Georgia.
was
You were drinking whatever
Mr.
you said.
Boston.
Trash
Malibu.
vodka, B.
Rubbing
Hell
alcohol.
Yeah. I still drink Malibu to this
Well,
day.
you
With some
Malibu,
pineapple.
Malibu go with Sprite. Yeah.
Fuck hell
Sure
yeah.
does.
Let's go.
Yo,
Okay.
so creepy guy's giving them. He's feeding high school kids alcohol, right?
Right.
Yes.
And then pretty
They
much
could be 18 though. In
and
fairness.
then pretty much says to them, "Get it over with and fuck already."
Yeah, I mean,
Yup.
he was basically like, "Listen, what do you guys really? Who you kidding?
Yeah.
You know." And
He's
then
like, "There's a bed there. Knock yourselves
Listen,
out."
he identified the sexual tension, and they took it from there.
Cool.
He got inside their head. It moved it along. That
Next-
served its purpose.
next day,
Great. The them.
Then
is,
the pullout
The them
joke.
is high school, right? They're high schoolers.
It's inappropriate.
It's inappropriate.
These are strangers.
Are you
the
telling
children.
high school kids to like that's
These are
weird.
children that are strangers in your house.
Yeah.
And
Dude, if you met like a
you're
high school dude
getting
and he
them
was with
drunk.
this like hot chick, you'd be like, dude, you got a shot with that. Come on.
No.
Yes, you would.
Okay, maybe Even if you say that on the side, but he's saying it to her too.
No.
All right, maybe.
He's telling her, he's just like, come on, like get it over with.
I'm not telling two 16-year-olds or 17-years to fuck. She's 17. No, she's not, because she's going to be a senior next year, and her boyfriend is graduating. So she's 16, maybe 17.
She's a junior in
The
high
dude's
school.
straight pedo, okay?
The
Whatever.
pull-out joke was funny as hell, was inappropriate as hell,
But
made me laugh and feel
also
awkward at the same time.
Accurate, because
Kind
you
of
know
a-
he rawed it. He didn't bring
Oh, he
condoms,
definitely wrought it.
right?
Yeah.
So he's rawing it.
That's TV though. They always raw it on TV. No one ever takes the time to do the condoms on TV. I'm telling you, that's true. When sex scenes,
But you're supposed to
It's
just
when art
assume-
imitates life.
it's when art live and takes life, man. You know, we've all been there,
Yeah, absolutely. Condoms are for the poor.
right?
Or the married.
Or the married. Okay, so and do we think this guy's a creep? I think that this is setting him up to be a creep. And then later,
Do we see
let
him
him know
again?
it's a bad
Do
guy.
we
Yeah,
see that-
no, we're gonna see him
we
again.
see
He's
that
the
guy again.
he's a bad guy.
You think he's a bad guy?
He's a bad
So
guy.
now you see him again. We see
He's
a bad
dead.
guy.
He's dying. Guarantee he's dying.
Interesting.
And I think they think they set him up to be a creep, so we're okay
Yeah.
with him dying.
Yeah, I think we're good with
That's
that.
what they do. So he's either going to be some Russian spy, or the CIA is going to kill him for spreading the news.
All right.
Hot take.
All right. All right.
Otherwise-
I think it's a sound take. It's a room temperature take.
I'll take it. I'll take Luke at this point. We've been here for fucking 6 hours. You know what I mean?
I know.
Yeah, how we all holding up right now,
so-
by the way?
I'm okay.
I'm good. But you know what? So aside from the creepy high school sex and pedophiles home, like I'm good on Nancy and John. Like I don't need to see them again. Like there's way doper shit happening. That
Yeah.
storyline, like unless they come back
We've already
and
seen
somehow
that.
save the day, which I don't know. Like they're out there trying to be like Woodward and Bernstein and shit. Like this, like I'm done with that storyline. I don't
Yeah.
care.
Been there,
think
done
it's-
that.
I think it's too early. I mean, it's whatever. It's another storyline that's continued from season 1. What's the big deal?
That's fine, and I know I'm gonna see them again. But like that shit is way less interesting than everything else that's going on.
You don't want it to move. You don't want the pace to move too fast. I don't know.
Well,
What do
we
you
do.
mean?
We do when we have.
Like, you got to fill it with like other things that are going on, so that it's just like not.
You
gotta
can
pace it.
have favorite storylines, though.
Yeah.
You're just saying that
I
that's
have-
your least
I have
favorite
Demi
storyline.
Gorgon showing up at the lab, right?
Right.
I got Steve and them in the woods chasing the Demigorgons.
Right.
And I got Billy drinking beer, smoking cigarettes while bench pressing.
And you got a couple love
Three
stories,
storylines
and you
I
got a
care
couple,
about.
and you got a couple love stories going on.
Those
Right.
are the only three I care about.
This is how you have this argument. What are your favorite storylines?
I look at it.
Exactly. That's how you win the argument. Done. No one gives a fuck about Anna and John. First of all, John was way too apathetic about and lackadaisical the next day after the sex. Like his demeanor changed nothing.
Nothing,
As
yeah.
So you see
He
this
was just
person,
like-
you walk out, and he's still demure, and he's like, "Okay, so should we go back? All right, sounds good."
They were like smiling at the table, back and forth. And
Nah. They
Damn,
weren't.
he had all the awkward energy. The pedo, the Russian pedo, had all the awkward energy. He reminds me of the poker player from Rounders. You know, do not
John
splash the
Malkovich.
blood.
John
Yeah, he's Malkovich from Rounders. That's another reason why I think he's Russian. He's got that vibe.
Because you just think he's Malkovich?
He's Malkovich from Rounders. Yeah,
Petty KGB.
petty KGB.
What else? Where's it going? So he's jumping. You think the next episode?
So
just
that's
starts
what I
off with
think.
the
Like, I
battle?
feel like last season they wrapped up everything, and then they introduced like a twist at the end that gave you a hint to what the next.
Right.
This feels like this is going to be a massive cliffhanger at the end of this.
Okay,
Sure.
Like, we're not going to get to or any
say,
sort of resolution.
Will dying.
potentially dying.
But it is important to note that we're on the final 3, so we're heading into the home stretch. What do we anticipate?
They decide whether this next episode is do we kill Mike or sorry, do we kill Will or do we not kill Will? That's the next.
This
episode.
next episode?
No,
No,
this
I-
next episode is we have to stop these things from.
I think that's
They're
that's
like
the last.
they're
episode.
coming in, like they're about to come
Yeah.
through the gate.
gotta get out of
they're,
there.
they're attacking. Yeah.
They have to fight Demigorgons in the gate right now.
I think
I don't think they
I
get
don't
to
think
that
the whole
window and the
episode.
Demigorgons just stop and wave to them.
no.
So do they leave Will? Well, they're definitely about to evacuate.
They're gonna
Yeah, yeah.
leave.
They're
They're
gonna
gonna
But
leave.
do they leave Will behind? Basically.
No, if they take Will, the mom won't leave him behind no matter what. So they take Will. Let me just finish the point. And then they make the decision like, hey, do we kill him or not? Obviously, Reiser needs to be swayed. He's the guy in charge, and he doesn't want to kill the kid, not Mike. Will. He doesn't want to kill Will, and everybody else wants to kill Will because they're rational people and they realize that he's putting them at danger. And I think they'll fight off not doing it. I don't think that will happen to the end, but I think that will be a big focus of this one. And I think we see Shorty again. I think 11 comes back. 11 comes back.
You got to
where-
remember that 11 hasn't been.
True.
11, and I think
Also-
11's going to be reunited with Mike and the crew this episode.
Hold on.
And she's going to see that Red and Lucas are an item, so she's not going to feel threatened by Red. She'll apologize for making her fall on a skateboard. And then all of a sudden, 11's back in the crew. Now we got someone who could really fight a Demogorgon. Let's go.
All right. Also, we didn't talk about this last episode, but when 11's mom was having the flashback, you saw the little brown girl who we saw in the very opening scene
Yup.
of the whole season.
Yep.
And we haven't heard from since.
Yep.
She has to get tied back into this season
Episode 8.
at some point.
Episode 8.
You think episode 8?
What did she
Episode
do?
8.
What did she do in this season?
She was the one with power. She has powers too. She
She,
was.
made,
yeah,
she,
yeah,
she
yeah,
made the
yeah,
tunnel
yeah.
fake collapse.
She's 008.
Yeah,
She made the tunnel fake collapse in that chase.
right.
So,
The opening scene, I got it.
but she was also the girl
But
in,
she hasn't
the,
come back, and she
in
was
the lab
yes.
as a kid with
They
whatever.
showed the two of them.
She comes back 8, and then 9, she helps kill the Shadow Beast.
I got a question.
Go.
Who's the true villain of this season?
Who is the true villain of
Is
the
it Will?
season?
Because
Yeah.
yeah, I think so.
But that just happened.
Right,
But he's become it.
But you still feel bad for him because he's like,
well,
"I'm
obviously,
sorry, I didn't wanna
but we're
do it."
seeing a different. It's like a.
He's not being malicious, even though he's doing fucked
But
up
he's
shit.
cold. He's not. He's not
Yo,
emo.
actually,
It's
Hold
not
up.
him. He's infected by this thing right
Hold up. How much of Will is left?
That's what I'm
now. That's,
saying.
well, they're
So
saying
let me
he's-
just get this out. How much of Will is left? Maybe Will isn't even going, I'm so sorry you made me do it.
Maybe he embraces it.
Maybe not even embraces it. Maybe he has zero control, and the Dermagorgon or whoever's controlling him, the Shadow Beast, is saying that so that he can maintain his spy-like abilities, right? If he goes, I'm so sorry, Mom. Because think about it. Who does he know still? He knows his mom.
He knows Mike.
He knows Mike.
He doesn't know Hopper.
He doesn't know Hopper. So why would the Shadow Beast only know Mom and Mike?
because they were there last year, like last.
So is
season.
Hopper.
So is Hopper.
But the Shadow Beast, somebody only knows Mom and Mike. Think
He
about
didn't
that.
even say Mike. He just said
My
that's
friend.
my friend. He wasn't even like he paused.
You said Mike.
No, he
No, he
didn't.
said that's
No,
my friend.
that's
yeah.
my
He
friend.
paused. He had a long pause and goes, "That's my friend."
And then he
He-
said Mike.
No.
I don't think he said Mike at all. I don't think he dropped his name.
So, but it's an interesting situation, right? So it's like something that's in him right now. I think we're not even dealing with Will's memory. I think we're dealing with the thing that's controlling
Well, we know
his
that.
memory.
We know that because he also pretended to be Will when he said he doesn't want you to go there. That was him talking.
He doesn't.
Because he
wa-
set him up. He set him up in that
Oh,
scene.
I'm aware. And
Right.
I still think it's him when he goes, "I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do it."
Sure.
I still think it might be the Beast playing the crowd,
But-
making them think that there's a little Will left.
The doctors acknowledged though that by like the end of that day he would be gone either way. Remember in that one
That's
scene?
right. How much more time will
And
he
they
have
were
left?
like, either way, if we do this and he dies, or don't do anything, by the end
Yeah.
of the day he's gone.
So
Like
he's
this-
dying.
Yeah.
He's dying. But he's also maybe
Yo, I
maybe
would-
he
I
maybe
think
he
that
is
would
not
be-
the same.
I think that would make me like the season more if he died.
I think I just
You
can't
don't
see
like the
them
season
continuing on with this
No,
character.
that would make me like the season
after this
more.
season.
Because I fully expect him to like it's gonna be some bullshit thing and they're gonna save Will at the end of the day.
No.
Just like, but if he dies, it'd be like, oh shit! Like I actually did not see that one coming.
And I do think he's the true villain. Like he.
I don't- like, and I still don't think he'll die though. But good.
Yeah, I think I'm looking for other than this giant fucking the Demogorgs and the big snake thing. I think you got to look to someone to who's controlling all this, and it's not Will consciously, but it's this thing that's taken over Will.
Yeah, what is this thing? Where is it? Why is there a beast in another dimension? What's going on? What is the purpose of it? Is this beast just the opposite of 11?
Yeah. Why is it here? What is it?
I
A
don't-
product?
But we
of-
know that this was all opened up in season 1.
So every year around this time, just like a random monsters is gonna come out.
Maybe.
No, I don't know.
They haven't stated.
But,
We don't know
but
yet.
what is this thing the opposite? Like, there's another dimension
But
where
didn't
the
they
world,
cause the rip
real
in the
quick, let me just say,
dimension,
yeah, I think
with tests on 11, right?
right. So check
They
it.
were doing these tests on 11, and it caused she went crazy, and it caused a rip in the dimensions.
Really?
So check it. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
she started it.
But there's another dimension. The upside down is the exact same thing as the right side up, right? That's what another dimension is, essentially. It's the same exact thing, only
Parallel.
different people are there in different situations, or the same exact people are there, right?
Right.
So we have the exact same thing going on, and now we have this mysterious force here, and we have a mysterious force on Earth. And 11 started to become mysterious force at the same time as the Beast did that's down there. And it's not a Dermagorgon, it's a thing in control of the Dermagorgons. right? So if you kill 11, do you kill?
The Beast.
Exactly.
Kill 11 or kill Will?
I think the Beast is just in Will like it's in the Dermagorgons.
I think he's right.
Yeah.
I think you might have to kill 11. Like it. The
Nah.
reason it's still around is because 11's still
They already
around.
did that though, and the showrunners know that if you kill 11 from the show, not a lot of people are going to watch anymore. 11's a big deal.
I agree with that.
I'm not saying they will kill it, but I'm like, what other option?
They
do you
already
have?
did. They already did that, and she came back, so she's not going to.
Well, then so did the other bad guy came back. Maybe that's why the bad guy's still here.
Maybe.
I mean, they're obviously going to need both 8 and 11 to do whatever they need to do,
8's coming back at some point.
right? So
Yeah,
they need to
with
be
the heat.
together to
Yeah.
do whatever they need to do,
Yeah,
and they'll fix this, presumably.
they'll fix it. Shall we?
Yeah.
Let's do it. 7:30.
We good, Alex? All right, we just finished watching this trash ass episode 7. Worst episode of, I would say, this
Probably the whole
series.
show.
Hold on. So
Worst episode of the series by far. She goes to fucking Chicago to like test her, loyalty to her friends or something. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the Bug episode of Breaking Bad.
Well,
Just
that's another bottle episode, yeah.
It's what a dumb.
Although
like you're spending $14 million of a Netflix's money per episode, just making an 8-episode season.
yeah, but I would argue that the Bug episode of Breaking Bad is way better than this episode.
That Bug episode of Breaking Bad almost made me quit Breaking Bad.
Nah,
Which
nah,
one
when you go
was
back
it?
and rewatch it, but that's a whole nother discussion.
I'm
But
struggling to remember this episode.
There's just
it's-
a bug
it's
in the
when there's a
lab,
fly,
and he's going
it's
crazy.
the fly episode where it contaminates the lab and Walt goes crazy, and then he almost confesses to Jesse what happened with Jane. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's one of my favorite episodes of Breaking Bad, but that's a whole other
All right,
discussion.
well, yeah,
This
that's a
here,
longer one.
this was a fucking detour. It kind of makes sense because we were wondering what's going to
Listen,
happen
it
next
started-
in terms of the stakes in the last
Basura.
episode. But
It started off
Garbage.
cool.
if you ask me, a waste of time. This
I
is.
think it
goes-
had to fit some
hold on,
diversity
hold on.
quota. They're like, we need an Indian
and
in here.
and apparently
How
a
do we fit
hair
an
and makeup
Indian?
a hair and makeup quota because everybody had fucking whack
Yeah,
hair.
it
and
was
like,
just some like weird Justice League knockoff nonsense. They had a fake ass Joker. They had a fake ass Diesel dude with the worst
was-
braid I've ever seen in my
yeah.
entire life. And then the chicks were meaningless. It was
it was
bad.
just a dumb episode.
bad,
Yo,
bad. Not
It
enough
started
riser.
It started off not enough riser. It started off good, right? She got to meet her. She called her sister. That was cool. They put the 11 and the 8 side by side. That was
You said
all
you got
cool, right?
goosebumps.
Dude, I
You
did
did
get
say that.
goosebumps,
You
son.
did say
Right?
that.
I
It
did get
started off
goosebumps.
good, and then they have to. She like they have like Elle has to learn how to use her powers, right? This girl taught her how to use her powers, get her to be extra powerful, so now she can go back and fight the whatever.
I don't
Right?
think it's that. To
This
me,
whole thing did not need to be an hour, though.
No.
I don't
right?
think that's what it was, though. Just that. It was.
Well, obviously, it's more. Now, there's another one. You'll see that girl again, maybe not this season,
No, she's
but in
gonna come
future
back.
seasons.
Or she may come
It's
back
whatever,
to save at
right?
the end of the season. She may show up and all of a sudden help out everybody else get out of the shit.
Do
that they're
you
into.
think that this would have been better served as a storyline that's just kind of thrown in to different
This-
episodes?
this should have been-
instead of just being one.
This
one
is
bottle
we got a
episode.
budget to do 9 episodes. We got a script that's
No,
only 8.
hold on.
How the fuck do we stretch this shit out? Let's make a stupid episode.
No, listen. She was locked up for a year and with the guy, right? She had nowhere to go, and he didn't know where, like, how he was going to allow her to be a part of society, right? Like, 'cause she
Right.
was in hiding. So she was desperate to get out of there and see, like, what her life was about, and like that's what you saw.
Right, this
So
was
you
her-
saw her go out,
Fair.
and you see your sister and see your mom, and realize there's nothing else out there for her, and her friends is what is important to her now, and that's the only thing left for her. Is to
She's
help
going
them.
back to a place that at the beginning she was dying to get out of.
This is her rebellious
This
phase
is- yes.
that she had
She
to
just
go
saw,
through in order to figure out.
my mom's toast. My sister's crazy. Like, I don't want to be part of this life. Like, I need to be back in there because my
So
friends.
she's
are in
like an
trouble.
Amish kid who decides to leave the Amish
then she's gotta
community
come back
for
and
a
she's gotta
little
save
bit,
him.
Yeah.
comes back because life on the outside wasn't as cool.
Right?
Sure, fair enough. And I think you're absolutely right with the point. Yes, this was supposed to show her that the real home is with her friends and
Right.
yada, yada, yada.
Home is where the heart is.
That being said, trash.
Yeah.
100%
Listen, the last
trash.
20, 30 minutes unnecessary.
Oh my
just-
God.
I just-
fell asleep. I was asleep. Who woke me up?
I did.
You woke me up.
I didn't-
I
Yeah,
wish,
I
I
hate
wish
it.
I wish I had
I wish
saved
you
my
didn't wake
sleeping
me up.
for that episode
yeah,
because
you could sleep.
but-
If anybody is listening to this that hasn't seen it, skip
just
right
skip
to
it.
the
You can
next
actually
episode.
skip it
I
and
would
just
watch
get
the
everything you need
nothing.
from
I
right
would
here.
watch
Nothing
the first
happened.
25 minutes. No, you learn she meets with her sister, what her sister's powers are.
Yeah.
You learn that Modine is still alive, Dr. Brenner's still alive.
We don't know about that.
But
for
he
certain.
was just a figment of that was the sister
But
creating
Homeboy
that.
said it. He's still alive.
I think
Listen,
he's still alive.
this isn't like an intuition thing.
All right,
Like the
fine.
Duffer Brothers said in the interview like last year, like, oh, Modine, yeah, you'll see more of him,
Oh, well, that would have been something you should have brought up a lot.
Well, he just
earlier.
told you now.
right?
Yeah. Well, when we're talking about who the villain is, that's when
They
you bring
said
that-
it right after season 1,
Uh-huh.
and it just kind of triggered in my head when during the episode. And actually, that's how I thought either this episode was going to end, or I thought one of the cliffhangers for an episode would be Reiser walks into a meeting with
And like
Modine.
Modine's there.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm happy you didn't say it because that would have been a major spoiler
Well,
Right,
until now.
right.
Well, it still
Well, the
hasn't
Duffer
happened,
Brothers
so it's still a
spoiled it, I
fucking
guess.
spoiler.
But
But,
you know,
they've
your homeboy
given
said he's
you
alive.
they've given you like
Right,
a
right,
hint.
right.
The
They've
guy
given
said
you a
he's
clue.
alive.
Yeah.
They're bringing him back.
Trash.
I would say so
Trash.
far through this entire series, season 1 and almost through season 2,
Bad.
there hadn't been an episode that I watched where I was like, this pisses me off. This is the first one that just pisses me off.
It's just a waste of
Um,
time.
yeah.
Put it this way: if this was a wait a week for it, like we were talking about earlier in this series, if you had to wait a week, let me get this out,
Yeah.
to watch the episode, you would be infuriated at that. You're gonna make me wait a whole week of my life.
You're right.
But this is what we were
Schedule
talking-
me
That's like the-
at 9 o'clock to go watch a show that I have to cancel plans with my friends. I have to get my dinner and put it in one plate, and I'm looking up every 5 seconds to see it, and then that's the payoff. Is she just goes back right to the fucking place where she already what? No, dude.
But that's what we were talking
Yeah,
about
what
is the
would it-
benefit of binging is that we can just keep
Right,
moving on
yeah,
and
yeah.
forgive
What
it.
would have been more frustrating is, if you recall, that was episode 7. Episode 6 ends with Demigorgon storming the lab.
Hot.
Right? And you're just
Right.
like, oh,
But
shit.
that was too high stakes for them to just go right into it in the third to last
If
episode.
you waited a week to be like, the Demigorgon
yeah,
battle.
yeah.
The
To
only
see that,
nice
you would
thing.
have fucking flipped.
You know what they should have
lost
done?
Their shit.
They should have just released that shit as like a webisode in anticipation, because there was nothing you gain out of that other than finding out who the sister is.
$14 million webisode.
No, but like you know what I mean. Put it out as like a I don't know.
No, I hear what you're saying. You could make that whole thing 7 minutes. The nice
Yeah.
thing about Chicago is there's no redheads.
Yeah, but
That's
there's
the
like
takeaway
purple
that
head
I
and
have
green
for it.
head and
I'll take-
fucking
I'll
ball
take
head with a.
that stupid, goofy-looking guy with the Hasidic Jewish curls that he straightened
And the
the
fucking
mohawk. Yeah, I'll take
braid.
that over the 90% redheads that are in the town of Hawkins. Maybe
And
they're
we-
not Dermagorgons. Maybe that's just what happens to redheads when they're just out too long.
Now we
You
know
just gotta
Indiana,
keep
by the
them
way.
underneath. You got to keep them underneath in the tunnel system.
was
See
a
a
ni-
hey, Barb, get under the fucking ground before you turn into a Dermagorgon,
It was a nice break to not see slimy creatures for.
Yeah.
a.k.a.
Does that really
redheads.
bother you?
No, but I realized it now. It was a palate cleanser for these last 2 episodes
Wow,
that are about
palate
to be
cleanser.
crazy. All right, we got to end it there. I just hit a walk off. Let's go.
Hold on.
I'd rather have.
This episode was a palate cleanser. You needed your palate to be
Yeah.
cleansed.
And you needed to big up yourself for that? The same palate
Hannie's
cleanser?
palate was so cleansed.
My palate's
You
not
set the
ready
bar-
for
you
8 and 9. Somebody set it for me, please. Do you have a wafer or perhaps
my
45
sorbet?
minutes in Chicago for no fucking reason? Dude, no way. No way. Bad. Very bad.
It was bad.
I think it was a favor episode.
No,
I literally think that the producer of the show were like, okay, we have some friends who have children that want to be actors. Let's give them an episode, throw them all in that one episode, and then kill them off immediately after. You'll never see any of them again.
Or I thought you were gonna say they were doing it as a favor to Millie Bobby Brown because she wasn't in like the last episode at all. So they were like, "Oh, don't worry, we'll give you your own episode."
Why do they got to do favors for Millie Bobby Brown, though?
Because she's the star. She's the number 1 on the call sheet. They gotta keep her happy.
She's number 1?
Yo,
Even
she
when
had
you're
to learn how to use
13?
her
1, 2, or
powers.
3.
It served a couple purposes. It didn't need to be a whole episode.
What purpose did it serve besides wasting?
Yo,
her
but it
time?
was-
Like it said, she got out and realized now she wants to go home and help her friends.
Right.
She learned how to use her power. She learned how to harness
Listen.
the energy to use it. She's able to move trucks whenever the fuck she wants. Like
We've been here all day watching Dermagorgons devour cats and now humans.
Do you think this is an exhaustion
You
factor?
think one little trip to fucking Chicago where a fat guy sweats and cries a little bit while his teenage daughters are in a room scared is worth?
no,
a
all that was
detachment
all
from
that was right.
Dermagorgons?
The first, like I said, the first 20 minutes, 25 minutes, solid.
Hot.
Everything else after that,
Hot.
trash. Didn't
She
need
should have
to
come
be.
with her. She should have left these
And
losers
that girl
behind.
should be on the train back
Exactly.
with her, like, we're going to go
That's
save
the
my
story.
friends.
Hey, wow, you're really cool. And then okay, boom, here it is. Here's how we redo the episode, right? No offense, Duffer Brothers or whatever. Duffer Brothers? They're brothers?
Duffer Bros.
Duffer Bros, right? So here's how we redo the episode. She goes, right? She sees what it's like in the real world by seeing 8's friends who all suck. They're
Suck,
losers.
not good.
They're breaking the law. They're doing all these horrible things. And then she tells 8, hey, there's a nicer home than this. This doesn't have to be home.
Right.
And says,
Right.
come with us. I have friends that will accept you. I'm also a misfit. And there's other misfits out there in the world who don't kill, who don't kill, and who don't rob, who don't steal. Come to it. Is it a little Hollywoody? Yes.
Sure.
But then we don't need to be in Chicago for a fucking hour.
Here's
But
my question.
her, but as bad as Chicago might be, her home is under attack by a fourth dimension right now.
So she wants a dip?
I'm just saying, like, you can't say, like, oh yeah, come back with me, it's nice and pleasant here. Like, it's not. It's like
I would
No, it's
rather
like, yo,
be
you wanna
attacked
use your
by a
powers.
fourth dimension than hang around those 4 people.
that's.
I got a question.
Facts.
I agree.
I would disagree.
I agree with the fact that this episode is trash, but we got to realize that we are at the third. What are we on? The third
2
to last
more
episode?
episodes. Yeah.
We are reaching an exhaustion factor
I reached
in that we've been watching the show for how long? We started at what time?
So, like, say 11:30.
We're 5 beers in each, minimum. His vape pen is melting. Haney hasn't had an insulin spike in 2 hours.
I haven't had any. I have no weed. I've had no beer. I've had nothing except
He's sober.
mozzarella sticks.
And cookies. He's mozzarella sticks and cookies.
Yeah.
That's the reason why you're waking me up. You got sugar keeping you up like crazy. You
No
and
one's
Jack
had-
are up.
No, but we're on like 9 hours straight watching.
So
talking about it.
We're at the home
It's
stretch.
a fucking windowless room.
Don't disrespect us with a trash episode. That's what I'm saying. If I'm going to put the whole day into binge you,
Sure.
you got to come correct.
See, I like backstories, and I like getting her whole.
This was a trash
storyline.
backstory.
You like
though.
no, but you no. This I want to hear this perspective. You like the episode?
I don't dislike it. I appreciate it in the context of the larger series. It's not like I'm not gonna say it's like my favorite episode, but like I like getting some detail on, like, their story and what happened.
I love the detail with the mom.
Right.
I like the throwback
That
with
was
the mom.
what,
But this was
five
a
minutes?
natural
That was
progression.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Done.
Make it a webisode.
Yeah. Hour.
You certainly didn't. You certainly didn't need to lead with the opening scene of the season
Right.
to tie back to this because it really was not
Yeah,
the
the cold
payoff.
open of the
There
entire
was no
season being
payoff
this-
off of that
They
opening
have
line.
to come help. They have
Right?
to come help. in
She's,
this-
she's going to come and help.
because otherwise, you're right. The opening season is a payoff for a one-off bottleneck, whatever. Was that what it's
Yeah.
called?
Bottle episode, yeah.
Bottle episode.
No, you'll see that girl again. If
You
not-
must.
No, she's
right?
coming back.
Okay.
She's coming back. But still. Garbage.
Garbaggio. Garbaggio. I think we should keep
All
plowing
right,
through. 'cause I'm
we're
exhausted.
trucking through.
No,
let's
go
get it.
Anything else?
Let's
Any
go take a
quick
walk
points?
around the block and get fresh air.
Yeah, we need a little fresh air.
Let's go.
More beers.
Fresh air, like they used to say in '84. Gotta go get some fresh air.
Easy peasy, guys. Shall we go? Easy peasy.